to meet you. Want first to tell something about you?
Yeah, nice to meet you too. I'm Lærke, and I'm from Denmark, but I lived here in Fuerteventura for 7 years, and I worked with Clean Ocean Project for 5 years, I think now. And I work as a project coordinator, so I do a little bit of everything, and I do graphic design, and organize our projects, and arrange the beach cleanups.
Yeah, and you started here with the project?
Yeah, I started 5 years ago.
12 years.
Yeah.
Do you was before here in Fuerteventura or?
Yes, I came here. First, I worked with had other jobs.
Also with cleanup or
No, not with the cleanups.
more like?
I worked at a yoga retreat, so I was teaching Pilates and making food.
So how do you came to the idea to do the cleanups and such to work here?
I always have been very interested in this theme, and I always liked the ocean. And I was already surfing, so when you go surfing on the beach here, you already see there's plastic everywhere. And then I got to know Wim, who has the project, and at this moment he needed somebody to help him with his project against plastic straws. So my first job here was to go to all the restaurants and tell them to not use plastic straws and give them alternatives to something else. And this is how I started. And then I just saw there was more and more things I could do, and I kept coming up with ideas. That's how I stayed here.
Nice. Yeah. So, did you work on this project?
No, this is a friend of Wim's. But I am actually collecting more blue plastic to make another sign of it.
So also with a surfboard or
I would like to do
with
the
the same logo? Or?
No, I would like to write Clean Ocean Project in blue. Yeah, with church tools. Like
Also
that.
for the house or?
I think to put over there. Yeah, probably.
Nice. So, do the Clean Ocean Project have only volunteers or are they really working on?
We don't have a lot of money in this project. The only way we can do our activities is because we have the stores. So every profit that we generate from the stores, we put into the NGO. But that means it's not a lot. So we don't have money to employ more people than myself. I'm the only employee, and I work only half time. So everything we do is cheap projects like the Playa pallet, which is used pallets that we get from donations, and then we build it. And yeah, everything is something we can do without a lot of funding. But we would like to employ more people and do everything we do more efficiently and faster.
So you don't have a cooperation with a company to finance it?
No.
Would you like to have a company that finance some project of yours or?
Yeah, it would be great to have that for sure, so we could do more stuff.
More for like the Playa pellets?
Yes.
More from?
Yeah.
How many do we have?
We have 30 Playa pallets, but we would like to be able to. We have one guy that helps us collect the trash in the East Coast, where it's really hard to get to, and his car is always breaking down because it's a really rough streets. So if we had a lot of money, we would like to buy a specific car to go collect the waste, and then to put more Playa pallets on more beaches as well. Because the Playa pallets collect around 1 ton of waste a year, if you put it calculated.
So that's really much.
Yeah.
I also have on your page I saw you're not only on Fuerteventura, also on other properties.
We're only here in Fuerteventura, but every time we travel, me or Wim, we just take the project with us. So I recently traveled to the Cape Verde Islands, and I collected a lot of used surfboards here, and I sailed them to the Cape Verde Islands. And then I started doing beach cleanups, and a lot of people now are doing beach cleanups.
So inspiration the other
yes
people in other countries too. So
and then we try to keep supporting them So every time somebody wants to do a cleanup, I create a flyer for them and properly I put it on our Instagram so people know there's a cleanup. So now the guys in Cabo Verde already did 5 cleanups since I left. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really,
Do you have any suggestions how to reduce or avoid plastic for people in their everyday life?
I think, I mean, maybe most people know all the basic stuff. Bringing your own bag, bringing your own water bottle. There's all these things, and some of them are harder than others. But I think the most important is you have to not think you have to be perfect, but think about the times in your day you use the most plastic, and see how you can change those habits. A good test can be to make a little exercise for yourself where you write down for 1 week the plastic you use, and then maybe even seeing how much it is in just 1 week can make you change your habits a bit. Try to buy all the things without plastic packaging. Always go for the refillable solutions, and if you have to buy a drink outside, buy the glass one instead of plastic.
You hope that's better in the next years, or
I hope so.
I think it's would there any change in the last 5 years of the cleanups?
We definitely see a change in more people wanting to do cleanups, and also the government is more interested in cleaning up. And there's more and more initiatives. Like, we've been here for 22 years doing this job, but now in the last 4 years, for sure, I see more people doing the same. So this is really good. But plastic pollution in general, it's not really going in the good way, I would say. But hopefully
More
it will.
bad, or
Yeah,
like
all
the
the time they produce more and more plastic. So
you do also upcycling like this, or you have other ways or ways to.
unfortunately, we have no ways to really do anything with the waste we collect, and also was just collected in 2 hours. So we worked for 22 years. So if we were to do something with all the plastic we collected, I don't even know how we would fit here anymore.
So
Because the plastic here goes to a dump, and here in Spain we have a big problem with the waste management. So actually all the waste that is collected that doesn't go into the recycle bins, it gets all the stuff from the gray container, it gets dumped on a big mountain and they cover it with dirt. And all the plastic that goes in the yellow container, first of all, it's only 25% of the plastic sold in Spain that makes it to the yellow container. And then out of that, it's very little that actually gets recycled. Most of it just also goes to landfill or gets shipped to more poor countries. The thing with plastic is it's a hard material to upcycle because it only will downcycle. So even plastic that is made to be recycled, it never was designed to be recycled. And there's certain types you can reuse, but you can only reuse them maybe twice. It's not like glass that you can use and use, and it's the same. So it's hard to upcycle plastic, also because it's a very toxic material. So in the whole process of doing something else with it, it's going to leach all these chemicals. So the solution is really just to end plastic and only use plastic for necessary things, but not single use. That's the problem when in Spain we don't have the deposit system like we have in Denmark and also Germany. So people just throw the stuff because they don't care. But I mean, I know in Denmark nobody throws a bottle on the street, or if they do, somebody picks it up because it's money. So that's the solution we would like to have here in Spain as well.
So you can say on project of your the shop, do you have other shops or only this one?
We have 3 shops. Yeah.
All the same, and
it's all the same, and we sell sustainable brands and also alternatives to single use. So we have refillable bottles, we have solid shampoos, bamboo toothbrush, everything that doesn't come in plastic. Also to show people that there is alternative to plastic.
Other shops also have like this?
No, this is a one piece. unique artwork. Yes.
Do you know Kabi? They have a superhero who's going.
Ah, yes,
The
we
beach.
know him. He was at our last cleanup actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you work with him sometimes? Or?
No, it was last cleanup was the first time he came because also he lives in Coralejo, so most of our cleanups are usually more on the North Shore or more remote beaches. And I think, yeah, when we did the one in Coralejo, he joined.
Nice.
It's really cool what he
Yeah.
does.
The government don't support with money or any other ways.
No, the support is that we have the project Playa Pallets. So here on the island, it's all different municipalities. So in La Oliva, the Playa Pallets, we get the support that we're allowed to put them on the beach, and also the government is the one that collects the trash here in the La Oliva, this municipality. And then they supported us to put a small advertisement in the service map. But they don't give us money to maintain or to put the Playa Pallets or anything like this. And then in other municipalities, where in the East Coast, where I told you it's harder to get to, we are the ones that pay for the waste to be picked up with a volunteer that helps us out.
So, but how much volunteers do you have?
This is just what we just have one that is like a volunteer that helps us pick up the Playa Pallet waste. And then, of course, we have a big team of people that know the organization. So sometimes if we need help with computer stuff, we have a guy that we ask for this. And we have different people that we can reach out to get help for specific things. And then when we do cleanups, a lot of people will come as well.
Yeah. Do you wish for the government would support you more? Or, yeah?
Yes, of course, it would be nice if they were supporting us financially. Yeah. But we know it's difficult, so at least it's a big improvement from where we used to be. At least now they know who we are and they listen to us. And sometimes in specific cases, we even have meetings with them and talk about things. Maybe it doesn't turn out to anything, but we know at least they go to us and they recognize that the work we're doing. Yeah.